Hello, everyone. Welcome to our tech show. I am Sharanya, your host for the day, and I have with me Apoorva. So, the topic for today is a need for intelligent process orchestration. So, Apoorva, to begin with, can you tell me what keeps the automation vendors going in this competitive market, like we know? And can we say that the automation market as a whole has matured, and the only way forward is bifurcating more through the use case scenario? So, can you shed some light on the same?
Yeah. So, hey everyone, let's take a step back and understand some classic examples from decades ago, right? IBM, around 100-year-old company, started out with obviously those huge room size boxes that they called as computers. Pioneers in the hardware computing, creator of a lot of chips and a lot of thousands of patents probably. Now, at this very moment, they are also the pioneers in AI, process mining, and whatnot. So, what I'm trying to say here is in the corporate scenario, especially in the technology corporate scenario, it has been observed that whenever common people or the consumers think that things have plateaued, a significant change or a disruption is going on in the background. Uh, Again, before talking about the automation vendors, let's try and understand their evolution very quickly, right? So it started from something like simple automation, which would be involving things like screen scraping, RPA. It moved forward into task automation, moved forward to process automation, event processing. A layer of conversational UX was involved in it, and now many analyst firms, including us, we think that something like an intelligent process automation or hyper automation is evolving or has already evolved, right? There's an entire debate. Point to be noted here is that it doesn't stop here, right? Automation vendors, I believe, are transitioning into something else. And automation, for the sake of it existing, it won't make any sense. The larger picture for automation, in my opinion, is that an enterprise level orchestration of the entire processes and involving automation within that should be the real purpose. So I think that is where automation vendors would be and who are genuinely focusing as of this point.
I think that's a great answer, Apurva. So, moving on. So, do you think there's a shift or, some evolution is happening in terms of trends and the direction?
Yes. So, like I mentioned, I think automation vendors, it's the need of the hour for them to shift towards intelligent process orchestration. Intelligent process orchestration, as a terminology, as a concept, is a proprietary concept by Quadrant Knowledge Solutions. Many of our competitors tried and are trying to analyze it, but we genuinely strongly believe that vendors are moving in the direction of intelligent process orchestration. I'll give you a small example. Blue Prism is an extremely strong and powerful player in the automation space. Robotic process automation is what they provide, and they are one of the pioneers in that apart from UiPath. Now, guess what? We just had a very interactive and a very insightful session with them. And the only thing that they were hammering on the analyst community and towards us was that two things. One was they were heavily focused and reliant on the usage and the distribution of generative AI. And the second point was that they genuinely wanted to shift towards process orchestration or intelligent process orchestration, and they also wanted our insights into where would the market be moving, would the market make significant strides if it moved towards IPO, what could be the cons, what would be the pros, and would they be the pioneers. So I think that gives us a lot to talk about. What exactly is intelligent process orchestration? How do we define it, right? It's basically when there are a lot of interconnected business processes which involve both the human workers and the digital workers, right? So it involves something like IDP, process mining, task mining, RPA, conversational AI. What it actually does here is that it tries to bridge the gap between these different tools, systems, providing real-time visibility and traction, and ultimately it tried to coalesce everything into a single process, providing a unified workflow system. What actually happens because of that is that monitoring, optimizing of resources becomes easier, efficiency gets enhanced, and there is a better employee experience. And ultimately, I'll just highlight this last point really well. that automation for the sake of automation is not going anywhere. Automation, end-to-end automation provision towards the enterprise to completely revamp its entire organizational processes will be the way future, or will be the future for the automation vendors, and that is what we are trying to say here. That's it from my side.
I think this was a great, insightful discussion. So stay tuned for more such videos.